Okay, so this is the last tutorial on showing you guys how to use the tools and some of the different functions and features of the Photoshop program. So we're going to go to Information Technology. Actually, never mind. We go into Computer and go down to Documents all the way down to the bottom, as where I have my Colored Filtered Tulips PSD file. Open it up. There you go. Now we've got our work done up to date. We want to bring another copy of the original picture in. So to remind you guys where that's found, it'll be on your desktop. Go down to your Information Technology folder. There it is. And then in your photo samples, look for tulips. Open it up there. Done. When you've got that, go to Image and Duplicate. So you have two copies of it and you can kind of work with both. Go to the first one. We're going to change the image adjustments. And we're going to go into, where is it again? Hue and saturation. Nope. I'm going to go into curves. And yeah, I want you to bring the curves down a little bit just to see what happens. I like to play around with this one specifically because I like the amount of red that comes out of it and the amount of detail that's shown up when I do that. So I'll press OK to that. And we'll go back into image again, and we're going to change the hue and saturation to change things up a little bit and show you how that works. So saturation is kind of cool because it shows you how much color. It takes the color that's there and it just makes it really, really saturated, vibrant. The hue, you can change pretty much any different color in the rainbow. So if you don't like the color that it is originally, you can change it a little bit. I like that. I just wanted a little more red in it, so I just bring it over to that way. Press OK, and I'm going to select this flower here. Now you can pick magnetic lasso tool with your right click. You notice the L key, that's your keyboard shortcut, so you just have to actually click the L key to bring up your magnetic lasso. And if this ever happens and you've clicked accidentally, try hitting the escape key. That works. And if that's not working, you find it's just sticking everywhere, you can go to select and deselect. Yeah, that works too. And that's usually after you've made a complete selection around something. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in first though. So Z key, I'm going to center it so I can see the whole flower. L key for my magnetic lasso, and I'm going to start making a selection around this flower here. Just around the edge. There we go. Where it's meeting with the sky, it's actually pretty easy for the computer to tell what the outside of the image is. So just where the flower touches, that's where the computer won't really know what to do. So you have to make the decision for it. Come down here now. And there's the sky again. Easy sailing. I'll make some more decisions here.
Would Morgan Hergot please come to the office for a message?
There we go. Good. Done the selection, Control C to copy it, go back to your original picture, go to Edit, Paste in Place. There we go. Now you've got a new layer that's created with that image on it. I'm going to take my fill color right away and I'm going to reduce it so it's about the same amount of color as the other images. A little bit more than that, that's probably good. Go back to my other picture. This is my other original copy. Back to image. This time I'm going to look at invert. I really like the invert function. And there again I can go back into image and adjustments, my hue saturation, and then it can make any color that I want to with that invert. So I'll just see which one I like the best. I like that one. That one's kind of cool. I like that purple. Where is it? Right about there. Okay, So leave that one. I'm going to pick this flower here. So press OK. And one more thing I'm going to show you too. Actually, I'll show you after. Okay, so magnetic tool is already selected. Here we go. Click around the flower that's in front of it. It's a little tricky in this section here. Kind of hard to tell what the flower is, but if you're careful, you can get it. There we go. Control C and edit, paste in place. There we go. Now I'm going to take my fill color and reduce that as well. So now I want you guys to play around with that. I want you to actually do, check, change it rather with your adjustments and play around with many of these different things. HDR toning is really interesting. Posterize is interesting. Gradient map. What else? Yeah, hue saturation you've seen. Curves. So play around with and make at least 8 flowers altogether. I'm just going to close that for now though. And I'm going to save these things together just to speed up the lesson so you're not more time working. So go to the layer drop down panel there, and I want to select the merge visible. What it does is it merges everything that's visible into one picture. Here we go. And as a global thing now, I can go back in the image and I can change that as well. So I just want to check, see what posterize does. There we go. So if I wanted to make it into a poster, I can do that, and it looks like somebody painted it, kind of thing, which is pretty cool. There we go. So if you increase the level, the more detail shows up, and if you decrease it, it's just makes it very basic colors, 1 or 2 colors and not a lot of detail that's involved. So I'm gonna see which level that I like the best, and I think I kind of like it in there, 12 or 13. 13 is actually kind of cool, right there. And I'll press OK. So it doesn't even look like a real picture anymore. It looks like somebody kind of painted it up. Now, before you guys finish this, I want you guys again to have 8 flowers with different effects to each of the flowers. Make sure you're changing the fills for each of your layers as well so they all match. And then once you save them by merging all your visible, go back into adjustments and do one more thing to the entire thing just to make it all sort of blend together. Alright, and that way it doesn't look like it was all photoshopped. Saving it. Save as, save your PSD file again in your documents. Color filtered tulips, PSD. That'll be your final copy of it. We already use this, I want to replace it, yep. And you want to save this as a JPEG as well. Save as. This time you're going to go to your desktop. Might as well change it first here to JPEG. JPEG, here we go. And you want to put your name in front of it. Put mine there. And going into information 7, into the hand-in folder. So you just double click to open that up, find your name, and then save it in your folder. Okay, and make sure you're naming it your name, not my name. Okay, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. So have fun with this one, and we'll see you next one.